internet? Welcome to Game Theory, the show that unwittingly manages to offend a new subset of die-hard video game fans on a regular basis. Here. Hey, Ghost Ride the Wind! Oh. Reggie's body may have been ready, but his pocketbook certainly wasn't.
Wii U is the new Virtual Boy. Man, there's a lot of Nintendo in this one. This video had a whole lot of controversy about it, with several people coming out and actually bringing up ways MatPat misinterpreted the game system. Unlike a lot of other segments on this list, MatPat, instead of pick and choosing the facts, he decided to make things up to build his case. Let's take, for example, bringing up the battery life of the gamepad, which is an argument that baffles me since you can easily just plug the gamepad in and play it while it charges. Another is him adding onto the cost of the Wii U, the battery pack, the Wii controller, and a game. Even though, looking at the numbers and prices of the consoles at the time and even in his own video, the Wii U would still be cheaper with all that than the Xbox One and the PS4. In addition, the added costs don't make any sense. The battery is optional since, like I just got done saying, you can play while charging. The Wii controller? Well, this won't be the case for every customer of the Wii U. Those who did have a Wii will most likely have plenty of controllers to work with. And the game? There are two things here. One, no duh, you have to buy a game. That applies to every single way of gaming. PC gaming, make yourself a PC and buy digital games. Buy a console, buy a game. That's like complaining that you don't get free Pop-Tarts when you buy a damn toaster. Curse you, Pop-Tarts! And two, there are special combinations of the Wii U that came with the game. There's also the comparison to the Virtual Boy. Oh yeah, this damn thing. As someone who actually owned this thing as a kid and got to experience it, there are a ton of reasons why comparing it with the Wii U is just stupid. Hell, anyone who's ever watched the Angry Video Game Nerd's review of the Virtual Boy knows these complaints. The damn thing was hard to use, the red light would hurt your eyes, the stand was weak, and it was marketed as a portable system even though that would be insanely dangerous to do so. In addition, while the Wii U lasted for a few years, the Virtual Boy died in its first year. But what really got me was MatPat kept saying that he's a huge Nintendo fanboy. You know, I'm having a really hard time buying that one, Matty Pat. Since when you're making up reasons why the Wii U is essentially the Virtual Boy and how you love to demonize the Nintendo characters, it just makes me want to crave for some aspirin.
What? Excuse me? You were worried about crappy games and yet Waterworld got your seal of approval?
Let me be honest here. The previous 5 entries were theories that irked me, but otherwise, they didn't really make me rage when I saw them. These last two?
Who is Sans? Well, what if we took it one final step and said that Sans happened to be Ness from Earthbound?
Number 2. No! Sans is Ness. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know about my video MatPat's Undertale. It's practically one of my most popular videos, which is rather sad upon retrospect. But whatever, this theory is one of the worst I've ever seen. And it all starts with a little leap of logic. Assuming that the badge you find in Sans' office is the Franklin badge, even though there's no evidence of that. Hold up, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you don't know the theory, MatPat declares that Undertale is an unofficial sequel to Mother 3, and he makes that claim based on Ness becoming Sans. There's a lot of bull going on in this theory, and I'll have an annotation on the screen so you can watch my points in the theory, since I don't like to regurgitate them. There are so many reaches of logic that it makes me question if MatPat has even played Undertale before he made the theory, such as...
He wears a custom-made costume known as his battle body, but if you look really closely at the design of the armor, you'll notice some markings on the chest. Is it just a throwaway detail? Oh no! That right there is an exact match to the ones that appear on the chests of Starman, the most iconic enemy of Earthbound.
Something's not right here.
even though in the game, Sans tells you that the armor was made for a party not too long ago. And the fact that a Starman, one of the major enemies of the game, agents of Gygas and all that, why would one of them join up with Sans? Why would one of them join up with Ness? And you know what's the real kicker? If you read the description of the player's guide about Starmen, it's heavily suggested that they're robots, or at the very least robotically enhanced aliens. So why would they have human skeletons? The fact that he refers to the underground as Underworld, and what's worse, he still thinks he's right on this theory, even though a lot of people have said it's a horrible theory.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where first of all, let's just set the record straight. I liked the Sans' Ness episode a lot. That's the one where Game Theory jumped the shark. No, it isn't! No, it isn't! Whether or not you agree with the conclusion, you have to admit, there's a lot of evidence there that just lines up really nicely. Just saying.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
It makes me question if MatPat can even read his own scripts. But this theory, oh yeah, it's terrible. But it's not the worst for me.
Now go forth with that knowledge and try to tell me who Gaster is. Don't worry, I'll be looking too.
With science, of course!
And so, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I seek to prove that the true criminal, the most corrupt force in the Phoenix Wright series is Phoenix Wright himself.
Objection! Ah, come on, you all should have seen this coming. Phoenix Wright is a criminal theory. As I stated in my commentary on this video, as a fan of the series with a good portion of 2 decades, this has got to be one of, if not the worst theory that game theory has ever made, in my opinion. There are a lot of things wrong with this theory, like shooting this theory in the foot by focusing on American law, even though later in the video, Phoenix Wright's legal system takes more from the Japanese system. And MatPat says it himself! And then still continues to ignore the Japanese legal system!
We hope you've enjoyed No Moral Theater.
And one of, if not the worst thing about this theory, is MatPat is only focusing on the first game, and not even finishing the first game either. How can I make this claim? Well, let's consider the fact that when it comes to evidence in Phoenix Wright's universe, the first game's bonus case, which is canon by the way since we have Emma in it, gives us 2 rules about evidence law that go against the majority of what MatPat brings to the table. For those who don't know what evidence law is in Phoenix Wright, here are the 2 rules. No evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case in the trial. That second one blows up a lot of MatPat's theory, so either he didn't touch Case 5, or he's outright hiding evidence from his audience, effectively lying to them. Either way, he's being dishonest, which is one of the worst things you can do when presenting a case. But what's really sad is that there's actually a case to bring up about how Phoenix has broken the law in other games. Justice for All and Apollo Justice would have been much better games to focus on, with Phoenix doing questionable things that could be considered illegal, even in the Phoenix Wright world. And while I did say I would try to refrain from repeating myself, I have to do so here, since what really makes this theory go off kilter for me, and is the most damning piece of the theory in MatPat claiming Phoenix Wright is a criminal, is that MatPat says that Phoenix Wright hid the receipt that pointed to Maya as the culprit, even though his own damn footage shows that Gumshoe said he found the receipt next to the body. Bloody murder! Is it any wonder why I don't like this theory? It's one of the worst and one of the laziest videos I've seen.
Case closed. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'll tell him. He says that I can't offer any of this as statement of fact, but should instead let people know that it's a theory. For once, I think we agree.
Not a joke, but an incredible simulation.
Now, don't take this to mean that I want you all to disavow MatPat. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video was to point out what I think were some of the weakest, dumbest, and outright worst theories that MatPat has ever put on his channel. Yeah, he has had some good stuff in a few years back, but nowadays, he's more missed than hit. For a trek like me who's got 2 of his videos being used as evidence of game theory's critical research fails on TV Tropes page, then yeah, that says a lot. Look, whether MatPat can improve in the future, only time will tell. And if I'm being honest, I do want to see MatPat coming up with great theories. He did manage to build up a really good channel, but it needs to be kept up to the polish that he used to get there. I get I'm probably a minority when it comes to this, but when it comes to making theories, there's a difference between actually putting intelligence and pulling stuff out of your ass. But hey, that's an opinion, a skull opinion. Thanks for watching. I think I'll go wash my tongue now. And if you guys want to share your thoughts, the comment section is always open to you guys. I'm MangaKamen, and remember to
We don't want you coming around this block no more, Phoenix. You get on. Get out of here. Get. That's the power of the neighborhood watch.
Ha ha